Sometimes the strongest families are not the ones with perfect plans, but the ones who never stopped believing when the world said, "It's over." Faith doesn't always shout. Sometimes it just whispers, "Keep going." This is the story of how our family learned that when faith becomes your strength, even broken pieces can build something beautiful again. It began the year my father lost his job. He had worked at the same factory for 20 years. He loved that job because it gave our family stability and pride. Then, without warning, the company closed. Overnight, the steady rhythm of our lives fell silent. Bills piled up, groceries became smaller. The laughter around the dinner table faded. I still remember my parents whispering late at night, trying to figure out what to do. My younger sister, only 10, would ask, "Are we going to be okay?" My mom would smile, not because she had answers, but because she refused to let fear have the last word. She would say, "We'll be okay. God's got us." At first, I thought those were just comforting words, but soon, I realized they were her anchor. Every morning, she would pray before sunrise. She'd write small Bible verses on sticky notes and leave them on the refrigerator. "The Lord is my strength and my shield." We walk by faith, not by sight. One day, my dad found one of those notes stuck to his old lunchbox. He just stared at it for a while, then whispered, "Maybe it's time I start believing again." That's when things began to change. Not instantly, but slowly, in ways that looked ordinary yet felt divine. Have you ever been in a season when everything you built seemed to crumble? When you felt like you had nothing left but your faith? Those are the moments that define us, not by what we lose, but by what we hold on to. If you've ever held your family together with a single prayer or encouraged someone when your own heart was breaking, then you know what real faith looks like. It's quiet, it's persistent, and it changes everything. A few months later, we faced our hardest test. My sister fell sick, a mysterious illness that doctors couldn't diagnose easily. My father was still unemployed, and the medical bills kept growing. One night, I overheard him crying in the living room. It was the first time I had ever seen him broken. Mom sat beside him, took his hand, and said softly, "This is where faith becomes strength, not when everything's fixed, but when we trust before the miracle happens." They prayed together that night, longer than I'd ever heard them pray before. The next morning, Dad woke up with renewed courage. He decided to start repairing old furniture from our garage, something he'd once done as a hobby. He posted a few pieces online. Within days, neighbors started ordering. Soon, word spread. People loved his craftsmanship. It didn't make us rich, but it gave us hope, dignity, and purpose again. And then, a few weeks later, my sister's health began to improve, slowly, steadily. When the doctor said, "We can't explain it," Mom just smiled. "I can," she said. Her faith never promised comfort. It promised strength. And that strength became the heartbeat of our home. Take a moment now. Think of the time your family faced something that felt impossible. What carried you through? Maybe it wasn't money or perfect answers. Maybe it was prayer. Maybe it was the way you refused to stop hoping. That quiet faith, that's what binds families together. It's invisible, but unbreakable. Lord, thank you for being the steady ground beneath our feet when everything else shakes. Thank you for giving us families who pray, believe, and love, even when times are hard. Thank you for teaching us that faith doesn't remove the storm. It gives us strength to walk through it. When fear rises, remind us that you are still God, and your grace still holds. Because of you, Lord, we know that even broken families can become whole again. And because of you, we know that the power of family love is stronger than any trial. If this story touched your heart, take a moment to thank the person who gave your family strength. Maybe it was a praying mother, a faithful father, or a child who reminded you to believe again. Tell them. And if your family is facing a difficult season right now, remember this: you are not alone. Faith is not just what you believe, it's what you choose to do when fear knocks at the door. Share this video to remind others that faith still moves families forward. Subscribe to A Gift Called Family for more stories of love, healing, and the power of family love that continues to inspire hearts around the world. Because sometimes, faith isn't just what keeps us together, it's what makes us strong.